received my instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, men. We're about to go. God bless you both.
Teofimo Lopez. Those eyes of his have told us so much through the years. So many different stories. At one point, sparkle and excitement of a young rising star. Back then, he was known as the Takeover. And more recently, the worry and doubt of a former champ trying to climb a new mountain. And of course, Josh Taylor, opposite him, an incredibly focused champion who's had enough of the threatening talk of Teofimo. He said, "I have spite in my punches tonight." We'll see who ends up in the back of an ambulance. Here we go for the world title. Taylor and Lopez. Josh Taylor trying to stay unbeaten and retain his status as king in the junior welterweights. Dre, what are you looking for early?
I think Taylor needs to get off to a good start to get the rhythm going. He's been off, and to send a message to Teo. Trying to start getting him behind, hitting him with those left hands, the straight ones, the overhand lefts. So Teo starts taking unnecessary chances. Then for Teofimo Lopez, he's got to think boxing first and let the power do what it typically does.
You mentioned the layoff for Josh Taylor, something we will look for to see how he comes out, how he starts 16 months away, whether it was injuries or scheduling conflicts, and then postponements, and then eventually just scrapping the plan for a rematch with Catterall and getting right to Lopez, the mandatory challenger. And you can notice the size difference. This is what everybody was talking about all week long. Yes, they got on the scale at 140, but notice how much bigger Taylor is tonight.
But it all evens out at the end of the day. Taylor is thicker, might be stronger, we'll see. But yes, Taylor has the advantage in hand. Taylor's not a guy who's going to throw a lot of punches. Very explosive. Oh, good shot right there from Taylor.
Left hand comes in from Taylor, and then they exchange on the inside once he got that real estate. And now Taylor comes in with another left hand against Lopez.
Yes, he won that exchange for sure.
So good work halfway through round number 1 for Josh Taylor.
But that's the start that he needs to have.
Quick right hand from Teofimo.
Can't allow Teofimo, like I said, who doesn't throw a lot of punches, start to get comfortable and start to line Josh Taylor up.
Trying to pop that right hand off the hip. Now he comes in with a 2-punch combination. Short, cupping left hand on the inside. Left hook from Teofimo. Tried to split the guard. Goes underneath as Griffin was coming in for the break. And already a warning from Michael Griffin about pushing down when he's on the inside.
Counter from Taylor that just grazed the body and the glove of Teofimo Lopez.
Trying to wrap around with that left hand to the body.
I think one of the biggest mistakes that Teofimo Lopez makes is he only throws a jab when he's trying to come behind it with a big shot. He's got a lot of dead spots that he could pick up with a left hand, but he just doesn't use it consistently.
There is a cut on the left side. It looks like just inside the left side of the nose, towards the eye of Teofimo, but it's not at or above the eye, so it should not be a concern. We will monitor that. Coming to the end of round number 1, Taylor and Lopez. As Teofimo Lopez, Dre, just got off the stool to start round number 2, his father said, just figure him out. He said, I got him. I got him. In that first round, Josh Taylor slightly got the best of Teofimo Lopez, landing 11 total punches, 10 of which were power punches, and 11-8 overall connect advantage.
Lopez has to show that if he can't land those big shots with that first step, like we just saw him miss a few seconds ago, that he's got something else in his bag and in his arsenal, because Taylor seems to be ready for those big onslaughts from Teofimo Lopez.
Bernardo.
Teofimo Lopez's cutman, Rich Hill, just told me it's not a cut, it's just an abrasion on the top layer of the skin.
So nothing to be concerned with.
Good sneaky left hook from Lopez as Taylor came in.
Lopez has the speed advantage. Watch those front feet, of course, always with southpaw versus orthodox fighters who can get the edge to the outside position.
Ooh, good shot right there from Lopez.
Lopez caught him coming in that time.
Taylor felt that for sure. Very explosive, Teofimo Lopez. Very explosive with both hands.
Nearly a clash of heads. There's a body shot from Taylor. Lopez going to come through the front door. He does so with a two-punch combination. Taylor looking to deliver on the inside. Left hook came in from Lopez. Good exchange. And then Taylor separates with the jab, that southpaw jab. Came wide with the left hand. That was a glancing blow. Didn't hit flush.
Not a lot of room for error from either fighter early in this fight test. Both fighters throwing hard shots that if they land in the right spot for either guy will cause damage.
Right lead from Lopez. Tried to time that right hand as Taylor came forward. Back to the jab from Lopez. The left hand closes it out. Straight left hand from Josh Taylor to open up. Oh, and as Lopez was seated nearly on that white rope and Griffin was coming in for the break, a punch was thrown. This was a concern for Team Lopez. Well, he said, hey, touch him up. I'm going to throw that southpaw jab while I'm doing it. Remember, protect yourself at all times. Right uppercut throws Teofimo off balance. That's a slip. So he threw the right uppercut and slipped.
That's what Josh Taylor needs to continue to do, is feint as often as he can to get Lopez out of position just enough to land his own shots. He can't pose and then leap in because Lopez will counter.
Counter left hook in round number 2 that got Taylor's attention. There's a straight left hand from the southpaw world champion. On the inside, tried to go underneath with the uppercut. Once again, the warning from Griffin about pulling down the head.
He's got to really watch that, because if you got a guy like Lopez that ducks down and comes up with punches, I'm not going to sit there and wait for him to do it.
That's correct. In that instance, unlike others, some of that is on the fault of Lopez for ducking under on the way inside.
If you duck your head, I'm going to press down on you and make the referee do his job. This isn't amateur boxing.
Two-punch combination from Teofimo. Again, the blood that you see is just an abrasion, not a cut.
Body shots are letting me know that Taylor's not just focused on the head, but also the body. Lopez seems to be focused just on the head at the moment.
Taylor 48% to the body right now.
Taylor needs to take advantage after every time Lopez leaps in and he makes contact. He needs to answer Teofimo Lopez because Lopez wants to rest. Taylor can't allow him to do that.
Left hand comes in again from Taylor. That time smothering on the inside against the smaller man. Left uppercut from Teofimo. Pawned with the jab, came with the straight right.
Straight right to the body never feels good.
End of 3. Remember that incident that happened against the ropes when Lopez was halfway out of the ring and a punch was thrown before Michael Griffin, the referee, got fully in. And then the champ said, oh yeah, we'll touch him up and I'll throw a jab when you do that.
It's not Taylor's job to referee this fight and say, oh, Lopez, you're out of position. His job is to protect himself at all times and to fight until the referee tells him otherwise.
Our referee, once again, is Canada's Michael Griffin, lives in Montreal. He has been the referee for numerous big, high-stakes fights.
He didn't like the position that Lopez was in. He should have got in there in between the two fighters to make it clear.
They were targeting that left hand. Oh, and a big shot comes in, and he does it off that rear foot, almost that rear hook by Taylor. Bernardo, what can you tell us in the corner? What are they saying?
Teofimo's father told me this is a smart goal that I was telling you about. As we get another push here. And on the other side, Joe McNally was telling me I need more feints from Josh and I need him to be more active.
Joe McNally is in the corner of Josh Taylor. He's a new trainer. He was previously trained by Ben Davison, but McNally gets the assignment for this fight.
The trainer for Taylor told him right. You need more feints. Why is that important? Because it freezes Lopez, who's a big puncher. It keeps him off balance, and it allows you to land your shots. He also doesn't need to get caught up in the power game. Let Lopez do that. Let your shots go. Build up points if you're Taylor.
Teo trying to time that uppercut. Taylor having some effective moments just before that. Attention here at MSG. Of course, Josh Taylor went on such a streak, such a run to become an undisputed champion. Had that signature win against Regis Prograis, who now is a belt holder himself at 140 pounds. And Prograis is watching this fight and has chimed in on Twitter and noting the fact that Taylor is off to a good start.
Good boxing from Lopez in the second half of this round. I think that's what he needs to do as well, and stop standing in place, just looking for one shot. Use your natural ability. He's a good boxer. He just doesn't always show us.
That was a point of emphasis yesterday when we met with him. Teofimo comes in, two-punch combination.
He's had great success on the back half of this round, that he's moving, giving angles, and showing different looks. I'm talking about Lopez.
The speed and athleticism that he possesses, the ability to box. Trying to create a little bit of separation. Taylor comes right back in with a three-punch combination. Sent off balance that time. Wasn't a clean punch that landed, but this is the kind of excitement and energy that Lopez can bring about as he jumps on him at the end of round 4.
Good exchanges from both guys this last round, and really throughout the fight. You see right here, that was a punch, and Taylor's foot was caught on Lopez's foot. But a good finish to the last round.
Beginning of round number 5, Teofimo Lopez has a 46-37 connect advantage over the champion. He's thrown 159 total punches. Left hand comes in from Taylor. Punches last round, Lopez with a 17-8 connect advantage.
Got to believe that Taylor's knocking off some ring rust. I believe it's been about 16 months since he's last been in the ring.
That's right.
But problem is Lopez is not going to wait around and let him do it.
And does the work rate, and there's a left uppercut that comes in from Teofimo.
He's also the younger fighter, Lopez.
25 years old to the 32-year-old Taylor. And you can hear the crowd, the support here. The Brooklyn fighter fighting at MSG, where he has wowed the crowd before, where he's also had a lot of drama.
Good body shot from Lopez, good right counter from Taylor. One to the head and one to the body. Ooh,
left hand from Taylor. You can hear that. Short left hand when he had Teofimo up against the ropes as well. Right hand, Lopez with a viper strike.
Not surprised, Taylor went right in front of Lopez, stood in front of him, and he posed, and Lopez took advantage.
A short right hand on the inside as well there, as Taylor tries to smother him in that neutral corner.
Lopez is a smart fighter. Don't talk about his IQ enough. Taylor cannot be that simple in front of a guy like this.
Good work there as well, and then tried to dig underneath with the right hand. To the bell they go. Teofimo Lopez with a 59-45 connect advantage as we start round number 6. Max and Mark, how do you have it?
I got Lopez 3 rounds to 2. I gave Taylor the first and the third, and Lopez the second, fourth, and fifth. Taylor landed the best 2 shots in the fifth. Lopez did most of the best work.
I got Lopez up by a round. You're seeing why Taylor's a spiteful fighter, and you're also seeing Teofimo's plenty strong enough to hang in at 140.
And I will add that most of the ringside observers that we are chatting with here ringside see it very similarly, with an edge early on to Teofimo Lopez. Round number 6. Right hand to the body from Lopez as Taylor tried to come back with that right hook.
Taylor better stop walking to Lopez and then freezing right in front of him. Lopez is watching that, and he's got the kind of power to turn your lights out.
And you can see him waiting on that right hand.
Taylor started off very good with his feints and his creativity. And now he's starting to go to sleep mentally. He can't afford to do that.
Left hand as he cornered Teofimo that time. You see the past few rounds for Lopez as he's been more productive.
Taylor's landed flush on the chin of Lopez multiple times, and he's taken it well thus far. And I can say the same about Taylor from the punches of Lopez.
Teo chant has gone up here at MSG.
Lopez has the kind of explosiveness and the kind of power that even when you block it, you know I don't want to get hit with that clean. He can make you keep your hands at home and make you hesitant when you don't want to throw him. We saw that in the first half of the fight with Lopez and Lomachenko.
There's a shot that's straight low, so Josh Taylor is given the time.
Wait a second. Time in! Box, guys.
Quick, sharp reaction from Teofimo. The left hand that came in this round. Looks like there's a cut around the right eye of Teofimo. And he hears the clap and hits the offense. As we start round 7, Teofimo Lopez, Dre, got off the stool early and started high-stepping around the ring, showing a bounce in his step as he tries to pull the upset here and reclaim his status as a world champion, trying to become a 2-division world champion.
He should feel good, Tess, because he got good momentum going into the back half of this fight and in the 7th round. And thus far, Taylor's had moments, but he's having fewer and fewer moments as the fight progresses.
A 16-month layoff. Power punches landed. See the high marks in round 4 and round 5 for Lopez.
Gotta believe that down the stretch, if the fight remains the same, that the activity of Lopez being consistent in fighting, being the younger guy, has to favor him. Ooh, good shot right there on the way out the door for Lopez. As opposed to Taylor, who's older and who's been off, and he's coming off of an injury. Not seeing that fire from Taylor that we saw in the first 2 rounds, 3 rounds. I'm not sure what that is, but it has to do a lot with the guy that's in front of him, Teofimo Lopez.
Good shot with the right hand in between punches from Teofimo.
That hurt Taylor. Backed him up, and it buzzed him.
Trying to land that off-balance left hand was Taylor, but a good moment halfway through round number 7 for Teofimo Lopez.
But he did land it, and it's not bothering Lopez at all.
Now Taylor swarming in.
If Taylor's not going to punch with both hands and do it with a conviction, he need not allow Lopez to get leverage by having his back to the ropes, because he's generating power and he's starting to counter Taylor like that. Taylor is falling asleep mentally. He's not making good decisions with a guy with this kind of power. He's got to remain creative, he's got to remain alert, and he's got to stay on point at all times. Because Lopez is looking for the shot.
And you can see how Regis Prograis has changed his tune in watching this fight. The other 140-pound champion saying, Teo's starting to warm up more. That happened many rounds ago, where he started taking edge in this fight. And now standing toe-to-toe on the inside, and a right hand lands, and look at the confidence from Teofimo.
It's a shot for Teo. It's the money shot. If he doesn't lead with the left, he's going for that right hand. And it's right down the middle. It's the perfect shot to land against a southpaw, and a southpaw who's falling asleep mentally. Good shot right there from Taylor.
Josh Taylor has not had double-digit connects in a round since round number 2. Meanwhile, steady, efficient, productive work from Teofimo Lopez, who has overall an 82 to 58 connect advantage according to CompuBox. Round number 8. Remember, all the late money, all the late surge was on the champion Josh Taylor. Teofimo Lopez came into this fight as a significant underdog, much the way he did a few years ago against then #1 pound-for-pound Vasily Lomachenko on a night when he was crowned champion.
I think Taylor needs to stop loading up, and he just needs to touch Lopez to the body and to the head. Good shot right there. These right hands starting to get more and more of a reaction out of Taylor. But Taylor needs to get busy and stop trying to go power for power, because Lopez is that guy in that category. And thus far, Taylor hasn't gotten a response from Lopez, but Lopez has gotten a response from Taylor when he's landing.
You see Taylor complaining about that body shot, perhaps going a bit low as they fight on.
I see a lot of confidence in the body language and in the face of Taylor right now.
Extreme confidence, Dre.
I don't see a lot of confidence from Taylor, but I see a lot of confidence from Lopez.
Timed that left-handed Taylor moments ago. see a little bit of damage to the right side of the face of Teofimo. But to your point, he's stepping over, taking angles, giving a wiggle to the hip. He's feeling it. This is the Teofimo that everybody fell in love with stylistically on the way up, on his rise to become a world champion. The more recent outings were a little uninspiring in his entry into 140 pounds. But the biggest lights, the biggest stage, tend to bring out the best in this guy.
Not saying Taylor can't take the momentum back down the stretch, but I don't think things are going to get better for him on the back stretch of this fight, unless he finds something in his bag that he hasn't shown thus far.
Oh! That lunging shot from Teofimo. We've seen that in the past when he's feeling it. And now look at this. Vintage Teofimo.
You don't throw this kind of shot in a fight unless you feel like you're in full control, you're feeling good, and you're having your way. And for Taylor, you can't get hit with that kind of shot. A leaping shot like that, with Lopez being that far out, you get hit with it, you better have a counter on the back end. So far, Taylor has no answers for the flavor, for the skill, and the power of Teofimo Lopez.
Both feet off the ground, leaping forward with that lunging left hand. Punches thrown per round. You see Josh Taylor well off the mark, well below the junior welterweight average as well.
Come on, off his head. You can't go again.
Teo is in control right now. This from a fighter who this past December was asking, do I still have it? Bernardo.
I just spoke with Joe McNally. He says, look, he has to get in a rhythm. Josh is allowing Teofimo to land one shot at a time, and he's got to keep his outside foot outside of Teofimo.
How does he do that? How does he do that, Dre, to get into that rhythm, to find a place where he can have offensive success? Obviously, the southpaw stance, you always want to have that position with the outside
Before I answer
foot.
that, Taylor just froze Taylor with an uppercut that hurt him, made him stand still, and he hasn't answered that big shot yet.
Yeah, by the way, another glimpse of the hand speed differential.
It's not going to be good for Taylor down the stretch.
Teofimo trying to time that uppercut.
That hurt him. He's not looking good.
Two-punch combination.
And here comes Lopez.
Right hand comes in from Teofimo. He was looking for the lead left uppercut, trying to find something spectacular. The crowd, you can see everybody here at MSG on their feet, sensing it.
The face of both fighters tells it all right now. Lopez is hunting in full confidence, and Taylor's searching for answers while getting hit.
I mean, that tells you all you need to see. The orthodox stance fighter, Teofimo, throws a right hand, steps over, falls in, steps over with his right foot, and just simply stays there and looks at Taylor. In complete control in his mind, bubbling over with confidence.
You ask how Taylor can get into this fight. He's got to come behind his right hand, the right jab. He's got to let his shots go, and then be mindful because Lopez is coming back with a missile. Got to wake himself up, remind himself that he's in MSG and that he's fighting for all the marbles right now, not all the belts, but for his reputation and everything. He's been off 16, 17 months. He's got to get it done tonight, but Lopez ain't making it easy.
I think about the layoff, and I think about the stretch.
Mean shot from Teofimo Lopez, half right uppercut.
Oh, and the headshot combination sends Taylor back against the ropes.
No answer from Taylor.
How about this story that is unfolding with Teofimo Lopez? Body shot comes in. Another big round for Teofimo Lopez.
I gave Taylor the first and the third. I've given Lopez every other round, and by the way, the third was close. I got 88
83, Teofimo Lopez comfortably in charge. We've never, ever seen Josh Taylor like this. I got Teofimo winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive rounds.
Me too.
This is a fighter in Josh Taylor who had one of the most impressive stretches of wins to earn that undisputed status. He went through 5 fighters who had a combined record of 133-0. But time away from the ring clearly has not served him well. And a well-conditioned and incredibly inspired Teofimo Lopez trying to silence doubters is opposite him. Looking as sharp and crisp, as fast and dynamic as he ever has.
Taylor's got to decide right now how he wants to go out. When is he going to be okay with when he wakes up tomorrow morning and reflects on this fight? He's got to let his hands go. You say, well, oh, he may get caught. Well, he's getting caught laying on the outside and watching and posing and taking pictures of Lopez. He needs to let his shots go and hope that he can land something big.
Regret hangs heavy. You got to live with it, and you get these small windows of opportunity. And right now, the window is closing as we're halfway through round number 10. It is closing for Josh Taylor. Undefeated, was undisputed, the lineal champion. He is the man in this division. And here is Teofimo Lopez on the doorstep of becoming a 2-division world champion.
Lopez looking for that one big shot. He should have a comfortable enough lead on the scorecards. But he doesn't have to fight punch for punch with Taylor right now. The burden and the onus is on Taylor to make something happen. That's going to play right into Lopez's game as he's looking for a big shot, preferably with the right hand. Could be a straight, could be an overhand, could be an uppercut. But he's watching, he's laying in wait, and he's looking for that perfect shot.
Michael Griffin was given a warning, which he's given before, of pushing down, and in the midst of that warning, Taylor placed a body shot.
Good straight right hand from Lopez. Reminded Josh Taylor that I'm here.
You brought it up earlier, Dre, of do not discount the ring IQ and the boxing ability of Teofimo Lopez. That has proven true. Look at the upper body head movement now against the ropes.
He's a top amateur and been boxing for most of his life.
And all the talk we heard all week long, if I want to kill him, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And then his father trainer yesterday said, we're going to box, and we're going to show skill. The championship rounds have arrived. And you could fill this theater at MSG with those who are doubting if Teofimo Lopez at this stage, in this division, would be in position that he is right now, in control to claim the world championship at 140 pounds. Significant underdog, according to Vegas. Uninspiring last time out against a bigger man, a man who had a tremendous run to sit atop it. And now, desperation for Taylor. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Joe McNally and I asked him, do you have a sense of urgency for Josh here? He says, no. If we win these next 2 rounds, we go back home with the belts.
I would be surprised if that's the case, but then again, this sport and 3 judges often surprise me.
I think Taylor needs a knockout to win. Now, again, we don't know what the judges are looking at, but Lopez has been piling up points. He's been landing the heavier shots, the more telling shots, the more accurate shots. He's been controlling the pace of this fight. Which is why you don't see Lopez in much of a hurry right now. He's taking this round off to finish strong on the 12th. Whenever Lopez picks up his offense, Taylor doesn't seem to have an answer. He did early in the fight, maybe in the first 2 to 3 rounds, but not past that point.
Oh, he catches him with the right uppercut as Taylor was coming inside.
That's the shot he's been looking for.
And then goes to the body that time.
Give me the uppercut to the chin over the straight stab to the body that Lopez just landed.
Yeah, especially this deep into the fight.
The second one doesn't feel good.
And now you see more of the head movement and the swag and the style and the defensive prowess and confidence of Teofimo.
Well, why not? You're in control like this, why not? Why not put a little extra sauce on it? At this point, Lopez is doing what he wants to do, not what he's allowed to do.
It's going to be fascinating to listen in to the corner of Taylor here after the report we just heard from Bernardo, where perhaps they don't sense the urgency that everybody else does. There's the right uppercut again, Trey.
Followed by a left hook to the body from Lopez.
Lopez hears the clap and turns it on, and Taylor's hanging on. Lopez is raising his hands at the end of 11. He's feeling it, folks.
Just a half step back, boom. Flush on the chin of Taylor. He took it well, but you can't give up those kind of shots all night long. That's a lead uppercut. That's not really a punch you're supposed to throw, and it's a really hard punch to land. But Lopez has landed that shot all night long.
Dre, do you remember October of 2020 when Teofimo had the great win against then #1 pound-for-pound Vasily Lomachenko? And when he came out for the 12th round, he said, "I'm going all out." He landed 50 punches against Lomachenko in that final round. It was the most punches ever landed against Lomachenko in any round in Loma's career. Let's see if he applies the same acceleration down the stretch here to close out this one. The crowd is loving what they are seeing out of Brooklyn's Teofimo Lopez. Is he 2.5 minutes away from climbing back to the top of a mountain?
Good defense from Lopez. Not allowing Taylor to mount any offense in this last round. It's discouraging when you can't hit the target. And then you get hit.
Oh, he sets him off balance. Want to remind everybody that we will have the complete post-fight analysis and commentary and all the interviews on the State of Boxing exclusively on the ESPN app. Go to ESPN Plus immediately following the fight, and we will have the State of Boxing. You'll hear from the fighters, and we'll give you all the analysis.
Taylor better be careful he don't get knocked out in this last round.
Oh, three-punch combination, including the right hand to the body, Trey.
He's fatigued, he's making bad decisions, and that power has carried all the way to this 12th round for Lopez. And he's looking for a knockout.
Lunges again with the left hand. That leaping left was his signature punch of round number 8. Now he does it with the hook. Goes underneath with a short right uppercut. Josh Taylor just not there here coming down the stretch. Trying to defend his status. His undefeated status. Lineal champion. It's been all Teofimo here at MSG.
40 seconds left. Let's see if Lopez can seal this fight with another big shot and try to hurt Taylor or put him down. Oh.
There's going to be a lot of "I told you so" coming from Teofimo and his father. They felt it. They knew it amidst reported chaos. Oh. Look at this finish from Teofimo. 2 right-hand headshots in his hometown at the place where he's brought so much drama to the stage. MSG, and he's about to be on top of the world again. Heck of a performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds here inside the theater at Madison Square Garden, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Steve Gray scores the bout 115-113. Joe Pasquale scores the bout 115-113. And Benoit Roussel scores the bout 117-111 for your winner by unanimous decision. And new WBO lineal junior welterweight champion of the world, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez!
The takeover, who at one point when he started this ascent to get back said it's going to be now the take back. He's back. He did it. He's on top of the world again.